As the 200 riders leave the start line in Bassano del Grappa, they face a whole day in the saddle. And as the day wears on, they will cover 160 miles in temperatures expected to rise to 100 degrees.
We have 18 laps of the circuit to do, and that means it's going to be 265 kilometers, which basically come down to almost 7 hours of riding. So it's going to become an endurance event, and everybody's going to take that into consideration for the first few laps. The two guys that were in front, the Danish guy Ericsson, he rides in Hino's team for most of the year, so Hino won't chase, and he'll expect his French team not to chase these guys because it's in his sponsor's interest that he stays in front, and that's why Ericsson is out in front. He's trying to get some of their national teams to chase, to wear them out. While he's in front, he's getting good publicity and a bit of glory for himself. As the laps go by and you get more and more tired with the accumulation of the kilometers, you get more and more stressed mentally by the noise of the helicopter continually above and the people shouting at you as you go past, and it starts to annoy you a bit, and it builds up the tension inside you that you don't really need to, because you're needing to concentrate on the last few laps of the race. But it's part of the World Championships, and you have to consider that when you're preparing for the race.
29.5 kilometers in 41 minutes, 46 seconds. Average speed 42.378. In the leading, Ericsson Denmark and Slaphoff Germany Federal of 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
The most important thing in the race is not to use more energy than you need to until the final lap and until the last lap. It's basically just to stay out of the wind and watch in case there's a split in the bunch, if someone attacks up the hill, and try and stay out of the crashes. That's why you don't see me often near the front. I'll be in the middle of the bunch where it's the easiest ride, and up until the last few laps I won't show myself on the front.
After 12 laps, Joey McLaughlin drops out exhausted. The field is thinning out fast, and with 6 laps to go, Millar is now the only member of the 10-man British team still in the race. 1 lap later, Hino himself pulls out. Officially, it's said that he's feeling unwell. With his job supporting Millar done, Alan Piper pulls out.
Up until 5 laps to go, I was hiding in the middle of the bunch, and I was preparing myself for the final effort, which I thought would happen on the second last lap. I was preparing myself mentally for that lap and that time up the hill, because I thought that's when the race would be decided. And when the second last lap started, I saw that it was all going to be decided on the last lap, and even though we rode really fast uphill on that lap, I saw it was all going to come down to a final sprint on the last lap. And I kind of hoped to try and get in the leading group where I would have a chance if there was only maybe 3 or 4 riders instead of the 14 or 15 riders which had been together on the second last lap.
Do you think he really does still have a chance?
Yeah, I think if he gets away on the hill, he can have a good chance. He hasn't done anything all day. He's just been sitting in the wheels and not using any energy, like Phil Anderson. So I think they've both got a good chance. I just saw them both go past and they look fresh as daisies. That's the way you've got to be in the last lap. You can't do the hard work. That's for us. We're meant to do that until the last few laps, until the finale. That's what they call it.